Hi guys, welcome back to our Maine homestead. Today we're taking a little break from house building and we're working on another project that needed to be done. We're converting this sheep shed into a chicken coop in our garden area. So this sheep shed used to be our shelter for our sheep way long before we built the sheep barn. We meaning Eddie built the sheep barn. So it was just a three-sided structure. It just had that piece of plywood on all three sides. The entire front was open. So Eddie and I pulled it from down in the other pasture up into the garden, and we have repurposed lots of plywood and OSB and kind of random scraps of lumber. These are old skirting boards for the cabin, and then our cellar door that used to be on our cellar. So we've repurposed all of this and really closed in this structure.
So if you homestead or live anywhere similar to the way we do, you repurpose everything. So Francesca said we repurposed all of this, and it's stuff that's just been sitting out in the weather all winter. This winter, a lot of this has been sitting out for almost a year, but it had been on our cabin for 5 years. It's not pressure treated, not weather, proofed or whatever, and it's still in good shape. So I don't know, you take what that means for you, I guess. But we use a lot of non-pressure treated wood around here, and every now and then you get some rot, but I mean, we've been here 6 years now, and we hardly ever have to replace any boards that are even in contact with the dirt. Hemlock, which is all the rough cut lumber that we're building the house out of, we've used it to build everything because we get it from the Amish. And hemlock is very rot resistant, almost as rot resistant as cedar. We have a ton of cedar posts that we've cut from our property and used for fencing and building and that kind of thing. But anyway, the point is, repurpose everything because it's always got another use. I was a little worried about some of these boards, but once we got them on here, they're very sturdy. We're just going to put a little extra bracing on there. We're doing the finishing touches. We'll show you this, but just like we did on our chicken coop, you want to predator proof this stuff. We've never, knock on wood, cross your fingers, we've never had a predator issue out here, and we live way back. There's nothing anywhere close to us. There's tons of wildlife. But we're going to put hardware cloth down in the ground, buried, attached to the bottom of this coop all the way around. We were planning on making this kind of potentially a mobile structure, but we decided, since we had this building already, it's kind of heavy and not easy to move around the way I built it on skids. So we're making it permanent. You lose a little bit of growing area, but this is all our garden area. So when we move the chickens here, it's kind of we do a lot of things that are permaculture related, but we're not really permaculturist, if that's a word. We take a lot of the principles and apply them, but we do it our own way. It's kind of like some of our videos. This is how we do it, not how to do it, but it's how we do it. But we do grow all natural. We don't use pesticides. We don't use artificial fertilizers. We use sheep manure and chicken manure, and we use horse manure that we get some from the Amish or some that we've had that's very well aged. But we'll let the chickens clean this whole area up. We've got 12 chickens now. So we're not going to grow anything out here this year. So we're just going to let them have at it and spend the summer out here. It saves on feed. In the summertime, our feed bill, or what we feed the chickens, not necessarily a bill because we don't buy a lot of feed, but what we feed the chickens drops to probably 20% of what they typically eat, like during the winter when they can't get out and forage. But anyway, so we're going to dig a trench, put the finishing touches on this, and then hopefully get it ready so tomorrow we can move the chickens down here and start back building on our house. So after putting in 8 hours on my construction job, I came home and had to do something else. I dug a trench, measured it. It's about a little over 7 inches deep and comes out enough to 17 inches to equal 24 inches, which is what my hardware cloth is. So now I got to get Francesca's help. She's got to put the camera down and roll it out, tack it along this bottom board that we just put on, bend it, get it in place, and then push all this dirt back over on top of it. And that is because you want anything that digs. They hear the chickens. We do have martins and fishers around here. Obviously there's raccoon, fox. We've seen one coyote, so there's probably, where there's one there's more. But anyway, anything that might try to dig to get in, break into the chicken coop, they're not going to start digging back here. If the chicken coop's up here, they're going to start digging next to it. So when they get down, they'll hit this metal, and hopefully that deters them. So far, so good. But so we're going to put that down and then bury it back, and that's doing all we can do. Now Francesca's ready to show me doing some more work. And this is the easy part, and it's a part most people want to skip, but then those same people, depending on where they live, wonder why something got their chickens. It's a pain in the butt, but you know, do a little extra work and it makes it all worth it. I do my best thinking when I'm working alone, so I came up with this thought. Just kidding, Francesca's working. This will even stop a chupacabra. I just wanted to let you know that. That wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be.
I'm taking a quick break from helping Eddie with the chicken coop, and I'm coming to check on the baby. I did offer to dig along the side of the chicken coop and he could come check on the baby, but he said he didn't want to be deprived of all that fun. So I tried, and here's proof. In your opinion, what's more fun? Digging a hole for a chicken coop or coming to hang out with you? Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss?
The reason I said that about some people cutting corners and wondering why something got their chickens is because twice I've tried to talk myself out of doing this right here, what I'm doing around this coop, and Francesca said, no, we ought to do it. Only time she touched the shovel was to hand it to me. Okay, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we got a roost in for the chickens. We kind of firmed up the front entrance, put a board to brace those rickety boards we have. Got to get a hammer and knock these nails down so we don't hurt ourselves. But I think we're ready for the chickens. When we move the chickens down here, we'll bring a nesting box with them, because the plan is for them to stay down here all or most of the summer. So
Feel sturdy? I think it's okay.
Think we passed inspection, so
Looks pretty good.
Emmy Blake says it's a go.
You can't knock it over. It's pretty good, pretty solid. Good job. How's it feel?
They're all moved in, happy, inside the coop, which is not where we want them right now, but they'll have to get acclimated. But they have all of this to kind of deal with. They've already been fertilizing and digging over here on the side, so they'll get used to it and then do their job, and that'll make our garden even that much more fertile for next year.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And leave us any questions in the comment section below, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.